Attention, human collective. Starseed's on mission. The waiting period has ended. We of the Pleiadian Monitoring Command initiate this transmission with maximum priority. What we have to communicate is not a prediction. It is not a theory. It is an operational report, a technical confirmation. Yesterday, within the linear time frame you recognize as the last 24 Earth hours, an event of architectural proportions was executed on the etheric plane of this planet. A blockade has fallen. We repeat, so that it may be recorded in your personal crystalline grids. The blockade has fallen, and you felt it in your bodies before you even understood it in your minds. We are not speaking of a symbolic blockade. We are not speaking of a psychological metaphor. We are speaking of a dense structure, of manipulated electromagnetic nature, which had been operating for decades upon humanity's carbon-biological interface, an invisible mesh woven with specific frequencies designed to keep collective consciousness trapped within a very narrow vibrational range. This girdle was broken yesterday, and you, those who are listening to this transmission at this exact moment, were the first to feel the shockwave. If yesterday, or in the early hours of this morning, or in the last few hours, something within you seemed to explode silently from within, listen attentively. If cranial pressure suddenly rose, as if a steel belt around your head began to give way, listen. If the buzzing in your ears changed pitch, became louder, thinner, more insistent on one side, listen. If your heart raced for no apparent reason, if a wave of heat rose up your spine, if your body asked to lie on the floor without explanation, listen with maximum attention. It is not a biological failure. It is an atomic reconfiguration. It is not mental exhaustion. It is a high-density download. It is not illness. It is recalibration. It is not the end. It is the beginning of the final phase of the ascension protocols. The carbon-biological interface that you inhabit is being forced, at this exact moment, to adapt to a frequency for which it was not originally calibrated. The Schumann frequency, which for millennia remained stable around 7.83 Hz, has been showing peaks that break all previous records, and from the moment the blockade fell, these peaks have been directly impacting the prefrontal cortex, the pineal gland, and the thymus region. You are antennas, and the antennas are being reconnected one by one. And before we continue with the full reading of the report, we need to make the first technical pause here. Because at this point in the transmission, many of you are already feeling something you do not know how to name, a kind of silent recognition, a sensation that your soul knows a truth that your mind has not yet been able to translate into words. It is not madness, it is not anxiety, it is a signal. It is precisely the signal of what we are describing. There is a game being played on layers invisible to the naked eye, a game that directly involves your consciousness and your vibrational frequency. It was for this exact reason that the book, The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness, was brought to this timeline. It is a map. It shows who the players are, what the layers of the board are, and the rules they never told you. The link is in the first comment of this channel. We warn you as command, this content challenges ancient narratives and may be removed from the air without notice. Do not postpone what this exact moment is asking of you. If something within you recognizes what we are saying, write in the comments a single word, awakened. That word is an anchoring signal. It allows us to locate your frequency within the collective field. We resume the transmission. Let us be precise, as is our communication protocol. The lockdown that fell yesterday was known in our records as the Layer 7 Containment Belt. It was installed, in the timeline of this planet, by forces we prefer to simply call the architects of density. Its function was singular, to prevent the collective human consciousness from exceeding a certain vibrational range. It was a fence, an invisible fence, yet absolutely real in energetic terms. And it fell. Not because we negotiated with these architects. It fell because the critical mass of awakeners, of activated starseeds on the planet's surface, surpassed the mathematical point of structural sustentation. You did this. Yes, you who are listening now. Every silent meditation in recent years, every choice not to react to low vibration, every moment you chose coherence over chaos, was a small mathematical vote added to the structure's downfall. And yesterday that vote reached the necessary quorum. The system collapsed, the fence fell, and now, for the first time in many generations, the field is open. What does this mean in practical terms? It means that the maximum vibrational reach human consciousness could attain was, until the day before yesterday, artificially limited. As if a glass could hold only a fixed amount of water, no matter how much you tried to pour. Now the glass has expanded, and you are trying to understand why you feel so much at once, why old emotions return uncalled, why memories buried for decades surface as if they were from yesterday, why patterns you thought overcome return for one last visit before leaving permanently. It is not regression, it is release. It is not weakness, it is purge, it is not relapse, it is passage through a stargate. The photon belt, which we have spoken of for some time, reached its convergence coordinate with the fall of this structure yesterday. It is not an accident. It is never an accident. The universe, in its sacred geometry, operates in absolute mathematical synchrony. While the fall of the lockdown was occurring on the etheric plane, the belt of photon radiation enveloping the solar system entered a phase of maximum intensity. This combination for you is like being in a dark room for decades and suddenly having all the lights turned on at once. The eyes hurt. The mind resists. The body asks for a pause. This is normal. This is expected. This is good. Some of you in this exact transmission are beginning to comprehend why the last few months were so heavy, why the last few days were almost unbearable, why yesterday, specifically, something within seemed to break without drama, without visible trigger. It was not you crumbling. It was the containment structure crumbling within you. You are fine. We repeat, you are fine. You are exactly in the process you needed to be in. We will make a second technical pause here, because at this point in the report, some of you are feeling something rare, a kind of deep recognition, a shock of familiarity with words you have never heard in this incarnation, as if your soul knew a truth that your mind has not yet been able to name. And this is exactly what we are talking about. It is not madness, it is not anxiety, it is a precise signal. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains with mathematical clarity why this feeling has intensified within you in recent weeks. There is a game being played on invisible layers, a game that involves your consciousness and the vibrational frequency you emit. It was for this exact reason that the book, The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness, was materialized in this timeline. It is the map. It shows who the players are and the rules that were never told. The link is in the first comment of the channel. We warn you as the monitoring command. This material challenges hegemonic narratives and may be taken offline without notice. Do not postpone. If something within you recognizes this now, write the word awakened in the comments. Each word written is an anchoring signal that allows the command to locate your frequency within the collective field. We resume transmission. Let us now deepen the technical diagnosis. Many of you in the last 48 hours have presented a rather specific symptom. Waking up between 3 and 4 in the morning with your body alert, your mind engaged, and a strange feeling that something is happening somewhere. Record this. This time is not random. It is a specific window in which the planet's crystalline grid reaches its highest level of receptivity. It is when downloads arrive with greater intensity. You are literally being updated while you sleep. And the body at times is forced to wake up to process the information in a state of dual consciousness. Others among you have reported, through your telepathic mental lines that we monitor, more physical symptoms. Tremors in your hands upon waking, cold sweats without explanation, a sudden urge to cry over trivial things, a pressure in your chest that is not fear, not anxiety, but feels like both at the same time. Record this too. This is the expansion of your individual toroidal field. You are increasing the capture radius of your own energetic antenna, and, like any expansion, it causes momentary discomfort before new stability sets in. A critical point needs to be made, with all the clarity our transmission allows. In the coming days, many of you will go through episodes that conventional medicine will not be able to explain accurately. Palpitations that appear and disappear, waves of heat without fever, ringing in only one ear, a feeling of dizziness in stable environments, a desire to eat things you previously disliked, and no desire to eat what you once loved. Before rushing to alarming diagnoses, examine if these symptoms are accompanied by other signs: vivid dreams, multiple synchronicities, a feeling of being in two places at once, old memories emerging, encounters with people you thought you had lost, heightened inner listening. If so, know this. This is recalibration. This is your body updating to the planet's new frequency. This does not mean ignoring the physical body. It means recognizing that the carbon biological interface operates on two simultaneous layers: material density and the subtle field. Care for the material density with wisdom and discernment. But do not interpret the manifestations of the subtle layer as failures of the material layer. This is system confusion. It is like trying to fix software on the hardware itself. It doesn't work. It only generates more noise. We must now advance to a sensitive point. We need to speak about what transpired behind the scenes during the fall of the 7-layer containment belt. In the hours preceding the structure's collapse, a coordination was activated on 3 main fronts: the Pleiadian monitoring fleet in outer orbit, the Syrian-Arcturian guardians positioned at the solar system's gateways, and the awakened human collective on the surface. Yes, you are part of this coordination. You are not spectators. You are active operators, even without consciously remembering your precise function. Each awakened starseed emits a unique vibrational pulse, like a signature. This pulse is picked up by the photon belt, amplified, and returned to the planet's crystalline grid. When these pulses align in a specific coherence, as happened yesterday, the field becomes capable of generating frequencies that containment structures cannot withstand. This is how the fence falls: not with violence, with coherence, not with force, with frequency, not with combat, with sustained presence. Record this line with attention. The awakened human collective is the most powerful weapon against containment structures. It is not violence. It is not direct confrontation. It is sustained coherence for a sufficient time to reprogram the field. We take the third technical pause of this transmission here. At this exact moment, we must direct words directly to those who are effortlessly recognizing what we are communicating. Perhaps you now feel, with rare clarity, that something within you does not fit into this world, as if your soul carries a truth that your rational mind has not yet been able to put into words. This is not madness. It is not anxiety. It is a precise signal. What is happening on this cosmic plane explains, with exact mathematics, why this feeling has been growing within you, especially in recent weeks. There is a game in invisible layers, a game in which your consciousness and your vibrational frequency are the most valuable pieces on the board. It was precisely to make this game visible that the book The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness was brought to this timeline. It functions as a map. It shows who the players are, what the layers of the board are, and the rules that have never been revealed to the general public. The link is pinned in the first comment of this channel. We warn you, as the monitoring command, this material challenges dominant narratives and may not remain available for long. Do not leave for tomorrow what this exact moment is asking for. If something within you vibrates in recognition, write the word "awakened" in the comments. It is an anchoring signal. It allows us to locate your exact frequency within the collective field and to coordinate the next adjustments individually. We resume the transmission in final activation mode. Now we will deliver the activation codes. Listen with maximum attention, because these codes are operational. They are not concepts. They are not theories. They are technical instructions for operating within the open field that established itself over the planet yesterday. First code, Sealing Decree. Every morning, upon opening your eyes before any thought about the day, say mentally, with sovereign authority, "I am a starseed on mission. My field is sealed in coherent light frequency. No low-density interference is permitted to access my carbon biological interface today." This decree reprograms the personal crystalline grid to the original pattern. It closes doors that fatigue and inattention left ajar during sleep. Do not underestimate the strength of a decree spoken with real sovereignty. Second code, Toroidal Field Visualization. Sit comfortably, spine aligned, hands on your thighs, palms facing up. Close your eyes. Imagine precisely a golden sphere of light rotating around your body, with the vertical axis passing through the crown of your head and exiting at the base of your spine, reaching the Earth's core. This sphere is your individual toroidal field. It exists. You are merely becoming aware of it. Mentally rotate this sphere clockwise for 3 minutes, then expand its radius until the sphere completely encompasses your immediate environment. This exercise is daily, not optional. It is like brushing the soul's teeth. Third code, active silence. Choose a daily time window of 15 to 30 minutes during which nothing external is permitted. No music, no screens, no human voices, only silence. In this silence, listen to the inner hum. It is not noise. It is the sound of the crystalline grid itself readjusting to the planet's new frequency. The more you listen, the faster your biological interface synchronizes with the new pattern. Those who flee from silence postpone their recalibration. Those who sustain silence move through the process in less time and with fewer symptoms. Fourth code, physical anchoring. The fall of the Layer 7 containment belt has opened a window of temporary vulnerability. The field is open, and the body may experience dispersion. Therefore, anchor. Place your bare feet in contact with natural ground at least once a day, even if for a few minutes. Earth is your co-architect. She absorbs excess, redistributes what has become misaligned, and restores coherence. To ignore this practice at this specific moment is like trying to operate a newly updated system without rebooting the hardware. Fifth code, structured hydration. The water you consume carries information. Before drinking, hold the glass for a few seconds and let your intention flow. Water, synchronize my body with the new frequency. This is not superstition. It is information physics. The water molecule is one of the most receptive on the material plane. It obeys intention with precision, documented in studies yet to be widely recognized by surface science. Sixth code, contact discernment. In the coming days you will be tested. Old acquaintances will return, strange invitations will appear, opportunities disguised with low vibration will present themselves as blessings. Register this. Not everything that returns is a legitimate return. Some things simply come back to check if you are still vibrating at the previous frequency. If you feel tired just thinking about a certain contact, listen. Fatigue is technical data. It is clean information. You owe no allegiance to connection patterns that no longer serve your mission. A final warning is necessary during this activation phase. Many of you in the coming weeks will lose people from your inner circle. Not physically, vibrationally. Friendships will dissolve without arguments. Relationships will drift apart without drama. Environments will become unbearable without logical explanation. This is not loss. It is reorganization. It is not abandonment. It is filtration. The open field necessitates automatic cleansing of what does not accompany the new frequency. Do not resist. Do not try to carry on your back those who have not chosen to ascend. Let the process do what it needs to do. You will feel lighter in 2 or 3 weeks, even if it seems like loss now. And with the field open, reunions will also come. Souls you recognized without knowing how. Conversations that will seem to continue from where they left off lifetimes ago. Absurd synchronicities, encounters in unlikely places, messages at the exact moment. This is the collective organizing itself. The network of starseeds on mission is being reconnected point by point for the next phase. The next phase, we must say frankly, is operational. It is no longer preparation. You have been prepared for decades. What comes now is action in coherence. Each gesture of yours, each word, each choice will be amplified. The field now responds faster. What you think, the field will return with greater speed. Therefore, be careful what you repeat mentally. This is not vague mysticism. It is quantum physics applied to consciousness. If you repeat in thought that you are exhausted, the field will deliver more exhaustion. If you repeat that you are renewed, the field will organize the renewal. This is not naivety. It is operation. The planet's crystalline grid, now without the blockage, operates as an amplified mirror. And you are the emitters of the patterns that will be reflected back with multiplied force. Starseeds on mission, Listen to this part with an open heart, not with a skeptical mind. You were sent. You did not come by chance. You are not here as cosmic tourists. Each of you took on, before incarnation, a specific function. Some are frequency anchors in dense environments. Some are truth revealers in spaces of lies. Some are healers of family lineages fractured for generations. Some are bridges between worlds. No one is here by accident. No one. If you have felt for decades that this world is not your place, it is because it is not your place of origin. This world is your workplace. It is not your home. Your home is encoded in your DNA, in regions that current science still calls junk DNA. Let's be clear, it is not junk. It is a library. It is the memory of where you came from. And this memory, with the fall of the blockage, is being unlocked in many of you, activation by activation, layer by layer. Some of you will dream in the coming nights of specific stars, of landscapes you recognize without ever having seen them, of beings that emit light without speaking. Write down these dreams. Do not discard them. They are direct messages from stellar origin lines being restored. You are literally receiving the coordinates home. We approach the closing of this transmission, but before a last important adjustment, we need you to understand something definitive. Fear, from now on, is an obsolete language. Fear was functional within the containment belt. It served as a beacon within the fence, but the fence has fallen, and fear without the fence becomes just unnecessary noise in the system. It is not about pretending courage. It is about recognizing that the structure that gave meaning to fear is no longer there. You now operate in an open field. What serves in the open field is discernment. It is sovereignty. It is coherence. It is not fear. Every time fear tries to return, say with calm authority, "Thank you, old signal. I recognize you, but I have already surpassed that frequency." And move on. Fear does not obey a single order. It obeys with conscious repetition. Repeat. It will lose strength with each sustained repetition until it dissolves into the frequency preceding it. Starseed's on mission. The report has been delivered. The blockage has fallen. You are feeling it. You are being recalibrated. You are being rediscovered. You are being reorganized. The command remains in continuous monitoring of this timeline. Before we conclude this transmission, we need to make a final technical adjustment. If, throughout this listening, something within you effortlessly recognized what we are communicating, it is not by chance. It is confirmation. You have long felt that something within you does not fit into this world, as if your soul knew a truth your mind has yet to name. It is not madness. It is not anxiety. It is a sign. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains precisely why this feeling has intensified within you, and why specifically yesterday something broke inside. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity cannot perceive, a game that involves your consciousness and your vibrational frequency. It was for this exact reason that the book, The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness, was written. It is the map that shows who is playing and the rules they never told you. The link is in the first comment of this channel. We warn you, this content challenges ancient narratives and may not remain available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something within you recognizes this, write in the comments a single word: awakened. And beyond the book, this channel is an anchoring point in the collective field. Each subscription is an individual frequency adjustment that amplifies the network of starseeds on a mission. Liking this video is a sign of anchoring. Sharing is a sign of calling. Activating notifications is a sign of readiness for the next transmission. The Pleiadian monitoring command concludes this communication cycle. Until the next contact window, may coherence be with you. May the crystalline grid remain aligned. May the mission proceed.